while since we put any M videos up. Been working on the Clio, but today we are in Matt's highly modified Z4M. Now this is arguably probably one of the most modified Z4Ms about, if not ever, given the spec of the car, especially for a road car. So I'm not saying like a track car or anything like that, but unless you had a charger on it, this has had everything you want on the ultimate Z4M. So stay with us on this video and we'll do a quick rundown on what the car's like to drive. So if you want the full spec on the Z4M in general, I did do a video on Matt's grey one. Absolutely lovely little car, and he had it for a while, enjoyed it, and then he went to various other cars afterwards. If any of you follows him on his Instagram, I'll put the link in now. He's had a lot of M cars, and it got to the point where he just wanted the best of the best, and we bought this one. We went out and picked it up, and it was pretty much there. 4.1 ratio diff, KW variant, 3s, all the nice parts on the car to complement it on the road, and it is absolutely fantastic fun to drive. This one also benefits from something I want to do to my E46, which is the 4.1 ratio diff. Now, it's arguably one of the most cost-effective ways to get the car accelerating by reducing the final top speed and, of course, making it more lively through the gearbox. Most of the BMWs I've driven feel tool-geared, it feels a bit lazy between the shifts, so it really wakens everything up, which is really nice. Now, the problem with the 4.1 diff is it is expensive. The gear set from BMW is about £750. And then by the time you fitted it all, had it pressed onto your diff, you might as well rebuild yours, which is difficult to do. So if it is something you can find on a car with it, it's absolutely the best option you can do rather than paying out for yourself to get it all fitted. Now I guess the biggest thing with this car that's going to draw everyone to the video is the intake. Now I've got to say a very similar one on my E46, which is the CSL replica stroke Jeff Steele, and the noise it makes on acceleration is so good, so good. The S54 is such a peach, and for those that follow the channel will know I've got the V8 as well, the E92, which I absolutely adore now. I've really grown to enjoy its engine characteristics, but there is something that the S54 just delivers that engine hasn't quite got. Even though it's not as powerful, this is just such a masterpiece of NA driving. I absolutely love it. If anything, it's far too spec for the road. I mean, my K-Sports I've got on mine with the Paget pads are ridiculous, let alone having the AP calipers. I've never felt sure of braking. But as I say, if you're going to build the ultimate Z4M, why would you hold up back on the brakes? Because it is, other than tyres, one of the most important things that you are going to fit to the car. Handling wise, again, because it's got the CSL rack, it's just wants to dance. Oh man. What a bit of kit, what a bit of kit. Look at it, you can feel my cheeks going rose from it. Every time I drive a car like this, it's just, And then to finish it off with the Recaros as well. And the Recaros do add so much better hold, because Matt's grey one and the blue convertible we had with the standard seats, you just felt every time, especially like this when you're coming round a roundabout, it's just so, you don't fall out of the seat, which makes such a difference. So we've got a nice section of twisty road coming up, and the thing that's nice with this car is a lot of people get caught up on aftermarket suspension being rock hard, and sometimes it just compromises the car too much on the road. But in this situation, traction control system. Now, it's not quite M Sport level of the E92, but it's nowhere near as bad as the E46. For me, as soon as I get in the E46, it's the first thing I turn off. I find it interrupts far too soon, really unsettles the car. But in this, there is an element of play that it gives you, not to the level, like say, as the MDM found in the later generations, but still enough that you can have fun without it sort of hampering a spirited drive. And it's nice that you still have the S54 with slightly more modern technology. The drawback to that is when you do fit like the CSL box or the Venturi like that's in this one, it's difficult to get the mapping right because you can't unfortunately run a map sensor like you can in the E46. You have to use something called Alpha N, which is a slightly more basic version when it comes to actual calibration options and tailoring the package. The map sensor just gives a much smoother drive. But as you can see in the video, there's nothing wrong with this car in terms of that. You can enjoy it, you can drive it daily. I mean, we're cruising around now in the car park and it's just like a normal car, but people do get caught up on the Alpha N not being as good, but I wouldn't say it's terrible. But for that intake noise, it's worth the sacrifice. Well worth the sacrifice. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like I say, not a massively detailed video, just a little bit of a hoon around in a highly modified Z4M, sort of bring us back into M talks, ready for when the E46 goes in for its diff. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, obviously give us a like and a subscribe. If you want to see more stuff like this, stay tuned. And if you are on Instagram, I'll put a link in for myself and Matt's profile if you want to check out more of the cars. Unfortunately, we won't be doing any more on the Z4M, I don't think. He's actually put it up for sale. He's got a little boy, so he needed something, unfortunately, that could carry a child in the back. But when we say unfortunately, he has picked up a car that has been on my radar for a long